Greetings, 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 sisters and brothers, brothers and sisters. This is another uh, chapter of the Melanin Report 360, the Melanin Report 360, the Melanin Report 360. Follow, share, and like, follow, share, and like, follow, share, and like. So let me do something. Let me just close this door. Ah. So there won't be any disturbance. I'm upstairs in my office, and I just wanted to make sure that we had some privacy. So I hope everyone had a real beautiful day, and I did. I was running around uh, with so many things to do. My contractor came back over. We got a lot of stuff done, and he sent me on an errand, and it took me 2 or 3 hours to get what we needed. So hopefully he'll be back on the weekend. So hopefully. He's a good guy, and no accidents. And, if you ever need someone in the Metro Phoenix area, I've got somebody for you. So with that said, let me turn off my phones. I wanted to give a shout out to a couple of people that were visiting me this weekend. And let me just turn off this phone. I heard it chime. And let me get the other one. Turn off. Okay, perfect. So yeah, had some guests, and we had a lovely time. And it's the first time she had been to my home, and I showed her the before and after. She was like, "Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh!" So it was great to see her, and she always entertains in her home. And so I had an opportunity to have her come over on Sunday, and we had a lovely sharing and so forth, so on. So with that said, I hope that everyone is really in a good place. We need to be in a good place because things are moving very rapidly, and we just have to hold on tight. We have to hold on tight because we know that's all we can do. This is what we need to do. And so whatever is going on outside of ourselves, if we can center ourselves, we talked about the altar, the ancestral altar, and I just want to encourage you to definitely get that set up if you haven't already. So definitely get the altar set up. And if you need any pointers, just give me a call. I'm just a phone call away, because this is essential. This is essential for us to have some things in place to catapult us into a new reality. And so this would be light years away from the present situation. So I hope there's enough light, perhaps not. And I was supposed to get my hair cut, and I think the lady, her father passed, and I was trying to be respectful, of course, and send her some energy. And I'm probably gonna call Wednesday if I can get somebody to cut my hair. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's been a few weeks, so she needs to, shape it up, and anyway. So yeah, let's go into a place of stillness, because that's all we know to do. ripping and running, running and ripping and carrying on. We will never do what was done on Wednesday. That's not our legacy. That's not how we get down. That's just not appropriate. So make sure that you are, if you're coming in twos or threes, that would be good. If you're going into twos and threes, have a brother with you if possible. And that's what we're doing out here in the valley. So definitely do just that. At least have a brother with you at all times. Okay. So at least that would be a little bit more energy of someone not messing with you. No one hasn't messed with me. I'll be honest with you. I live out here in peace. I don't live out here with trepidation and, in a fight. I'm just zen. I'm totally zen. And so when you get to that level of consciousness, everything falls into your lap. Everything aligns itself with your energy. So if your energy is zen, chances are you're going to attract zen like people. And so that is all that I can tell you. And just definitely get the altar up, your ancestral altar. Definitely. That should be first on, at least by the end of the week. Because we have tools. We have tools. We never will do exactly what was done on Wednesday. So tomorrow will be a week. Uh, exactly a week, 7 days. So I know it's going to be some ramped up energy. I guess this light is going to stay out. I guess you all can see me. Hey. Yeah, it's just what we need to do. Ancestral altar, travel in two, threes. If you go to the market, grab a buddy, a sister, a brother. Let's go to the market together. I have my card, you have your card. We are in the store, and we'll come out together, we go in together, blah blah blah. So we just want to have some safety precautions because desperate people do desperate things. And so we don't want to take anything for granted of saying, well, I'm not going to, start anything, blah, blah, blah. It's the energy. It's the energy. You just want to ascend higher than what is in place now. Because desperate people, like I said, do desperate things. So whenever you are out and about, if you happen to be alone, so be it. But yeah, you just clear your path. You say your prayers, meditate, you pray, you meditate before you leave the house. When you get back home, you say a prayer for a safe journey back to my home, my space. And so that would be what you should do every day, 365. Because we don't take anything for granted. We don't take anything for granted. And so with that, we just want to honor our ancestors in spirit and in truth. Erect the altar, if you haven't already done that. And, we're going to get through this. We are strong. We are very, very strong, resilient people. And that's something that perhaps, I don't want to say they cannot stand, but yeah. So, out of nowhere, a way appeared, out of nowhere, a way appeared. So Keep that in mind. Keep that in the center of your consciousness. And that's all that you will attract. If you're down and out, just bring your energy up. Meditate, pray, chant, and this is what we know to do. Our ancestors knew that, and we survived and thrived, you know. So don't let anyone tell you anything other than that. Your truth. Your truth. Not anyone else's truth, your truth. And so we know, like, hey, Michael, we know that we will get through this because we are stronger than we even know. And so, with that said, water, okay. All right. So, with that said, I just want to take a moment to recognize the energy. Excuse me. I have a lot of water today. Just refill these bottles because I don't like to put the plastic in the landfill. We're going to talk about that another day. Plastic. I take my bags and everything. I don't leave out. I don't leave with out of a store with a plastic bag. I always take my bags in and I do my part. I definitely do my part. But anyway, we're just going to make sure that we are sophisticated in our spirit, yet humble, and we know how to navigate this energy around us because there are things coming at us. Whether you want to believe it or not, there are jars coming at us. And it's so sad. If they didn't think that we would be here, thriving, being okay, doing okay, they wouldn't be, taking the time to just dig down deep and in another area. So they really expect us to shrivel up and die. I don't know why. That's not our history. Even if you, quote unquote, try to kill us off, you can't. You can't create. You cannot destroy what you did not create. That's what I want to say. You cannot destroy what you did not create. You cannot destroy what you did not create. So keep that in mind. There's nothing more upsetting to see a people thriving and thriving and thriving. Even in our own way, we're thriving, we're thriving, we're thriving. And so, knowing that, we recognize there is a magical essence of who we are. There's a magical, sorry about all the background. Okay. Well, I'm upstairs, so it's to be expected. I'm sorry about that. But this is what we know to do. And we know that we can surpass any and all things. In our DNA dictates that we will thrive, we will survive, we will vibrate high. That wouldn't have been anything that we would have thought to do. That's not even on our radar to storm the Capitol. What kind of stuff is that? You know, so that isn't even in our DNA. Because I don't know if you saw the movie Harriet that came to mind. So, it was loosely, true, but it was okay movie. And there was a part at the beginning of the movie that the the they came up on the porch, and her husband had the papers saying that they're free and all like that, and they pay for their freedom or whatever. And uh, he didn't know who he was dealing with, so he denied all of that. He denied, and like 3 or 4 scenes later, he was dead because she was pleading with God, the God of her understanding, and saying, God, why have you forsaken me? And, I did this, and, these papers were good or whatever. And like few scenes later, he was DEAD, you know. This was a simplistic way, but this is our essence. This is who we are. This is who we are. So don't take any of those scenes lightly. I mean, it was um, probably 48% actual, but I'm not here to say it was or wasn't. But what I'm saying is to extract that essence of this overseer, slave owner. Um, they had the papers, and he didn't want to do right by them. He doesn't know how to do right by them. So, she prayed and pleaded with God, and next thing you knew, he was dead. So, not to say we need to do any of that, but we have it in our DNA to make a wrong right. So we don't have to storm the Capitol. We don't have anything to do around that. We can just live, excuse me, and live and continue to live. And wow, it's amazing what we can do in our lives. Um, I don't know if we haven't talked about the Chinese animals. I don't know if we talked about that. No, we probably haven't. So we'll probably go into that maybe next week. But yeah, we can study some of the teachings of the um, Chinese animals, and I find them to be really good, very on point, very much on point, and also the year that you're in, your personal year that you're in. So you can contact me if you'd like to find out all of that. 602-775-9665, 602-775-9665. And don't forget to follow, share, and like, follow, share, and like, follow, share, and like the Melanin Report 360, the Melanin Report 360, the Melanin Report 360. So I just want you to be aware of your power, your gifts, beyond measure. It is apparent that we perhaps will be able to thrive in this lifetime. Um, Definitely thrive, definitely survive, at minimum, survive. And, if you have a moment to pray, meditate, chant, etc., do that. That whatever centers you, centers your body, centers your mind, centers your spirit. Just do that. Do that. Um, because that is nowhere close that we would be able to do acts of violence. Think about that. Acts of violence. 5 or 6 people dead. That's not no DNA. We're just trying to get justice. It's simple. We're just trying to have justice. Justice, no peace. That's what we're seeking. Just not shooting us wholesale, and with impunity. I mean, what the heck? So we just want basic, basic, you know, uh, treatment, treatment. And that was why we were marching. And over 269 or 89 melanated Black and brown people, some allies, some of other races, they were arrested. And 69, or maybe by now it's up to 100, maybe. There was like 3,000 people on the mall. I'm like, oh my gosh, there were so many people on the mall. So that's why I'm saying this one action had multiple deaths. The one action from us has 0 deaths, but at the same time, there have been so many deaths. We just want justice. We just want justice. We just want justice. So with that, I talked about. I got on, earlier today, so I could. This will be the second video, but I just want you to be secure in what you're doing. If you got to go out, if you don't have anyone to go with, recognize you're protected. Please recognize you are protected. And thank God, thank the ancestors. I got out today. Okay, I ran some errands, I did so many things, blah blah blah, and I had a safe journey back to my home. So this is our prayer, because we know that unfortunately people are threatened by Black and brown people, unfortunately, and they don't know how to express it. They don't know how to express it. It's laughable in a way, because if you put down the guns, you go to the heart center and you recognize what your ancestors have done, and you will come humbly towards us, not with aggression, not with anything else but peace. But I don't know if they know how to do that. So we will have victory. We will have victory. We will have victory. Because that's what we know to do. That is our DNA. That's our ancestral line. You don't even have a people of wilding out like that. I was just like amazed, like, oh my gosh, this was quite an event. We don't have a history of that where we're, angry and upset and out of control. I think that's the phrase I wanted to use, out of control. Out of control. And they seem to be unmatched. Perhaps it was maybe an inside job. We may be able to talk about that at some point. And maybe in the weeks and months that will go by, perhaps more will be revealed. But nevertheless, we know what we need to do. We are on point. We are moving, you know, away from the chaos. The light is shining over us, around us, behind us, in front of us. So go in that truth. Go in that truth. The truth will set you free. It's not going to be a long video today. I just wanted to speak with you about your strength, your power, your glory, your honor, and try to love on each other more. Try to love on each other more. You know, if you have a problem with a family member or a friend, you know, just take one step, you know, and ancestors will do the rest, you know, and just be at peace, be at peace, be at peace. So, again, a short video. I just wanted to remind you of your greatness, your oneness of spirit, and this too shall pass. I will come back on tomorrow and Thursday, and perhaps there's going to be something detrimental. I don't know that, but something could happen at some point over the weekend. That's what they were reporting that on that day. Um, that was quite a bit of information saying something's going to happen. You know, I think a lot of assembly, the major cities, and all that. I'm not even going to be close to downtown. You know, that's the commitment I have. I don't have anything to prove. I do not have anything to prove. So I am staying far away from downtown this weekend, and I suggest you do the same. I don't want to say that, but perhaps you need to do the same. Search your heart, your mind, your spirit, and move accordingly. So that's it for me tonight. Stay well, be well. I look forward to hearing back from you. Uh, Definitely in the weeks to come, the days, the hours to come. And this is Deanne from the Melanin Report 360, the Melanin Report 360, the Melanin Report 360. Like, share, and follow, like, share, and follow, like, share, and follow. So be well, stay safe. Peace.